be China starting to pander to get the movies in?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, one of the reasons why they needed Hollywood movies was to fill the seats of all these theaters that had been built. And these theaters weren't just standalone theaters. They were mega complexes that were part of the cornerstones of lots of real estate development. So if they couldn't make those theaters healthy, then those real estate developments around those theaters would be unhealthy too. So they really needed Hollywood to fill the seats. But now, as we've seen, China has really essentially learned how to fish. In order for us to sell the fish of Hollywood in that market, we had to teach them how to do it themselves. And now they're doing it extremely well, to the tune of several movies now that are approaching that $1 billion US box office mark in China alone. So do they need Hollywood moving forward? I would question, the jury is still out on that. I would imagine that if Hollywood just goes back and makes the movies that they want to make, and a lot of those movies are going to have nothing sensitive about China simply because they're not stories that are relevant to anything sensitive about China. If they're good movies, they're universal, China is going to allow them in the market to be monetized because those movies will help fill seats and they'll placate the consumer over there that's looking for some of that Western content. But anything else, anything that's marginally sensitive or essentially displays aspirational qualities of democracy or Western values and principles, those movies are probably going to be persona non grata.